Movie and TV reviews every Monday and Friday at Eddie's Boys on Film. And today it is Fyre. I feel like I need to sing Beth Dissot. That's different spelling though.
Oh, the Fyre films. There's a few of them. I've seen both of them, yes. Right. Two very completely different films talking about the same thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this one, because this I just thought was so gripping.
It's a very compelling story about a con man who just keeps conning people left, right, and center. He's a serial con man.
Oh my God.
And everyone just goes with it. From Ja Rule to all these people on the island to all the kids who bought tickets to this. Like, he just them all over.
Because they painted this picture of this festival being something really glamorous, champagne, girls, models everywhere, in a beautiful environment, because obviously it was the Bahamas.
You know, I think it's funny because obviously, like, people have visions, you know, and they have visions of things and grandiose visions and delusions of grandeur.
That you aspire
and they're
to.
like, I have money, I can make anything happen, I'm so confident, and go. And when it comes to go time, it's like, okay, well, someone has to organize this shit. You know, I'm a professional project manager, so it's like, to me, I was just like watching this film going, you know how many times like salespeople have sold something and like just expect someone to deliver it? It's like, this kid sold the impossible.
It was failed, obviously, but it did happen, didn't it?
I mean,
people went to it.
It's totally I mean, the whole concept of like, did they capture people's attention? Definitely. Like, that whole idea of getting some of the biggest influencers all to post something, an orange tile on their Instagram at the same time, that was fucking brilliant. I wish I would have thought of that.
Yeah.
Like, obviously he paid like these people hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this. It got people's attention. Then it just led to the most generic, Instagrammable festival film I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's no real footage there. It's like the Instagram dream, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it the sort of thing that you would have wanted to have gone to yourself?
Oh God, no!
It was
like,
my idea of hell.
Yeah, exactly. This is not a festival I would go to.
But obviously people
paid
a lot of money to go, and then when they were there, they were actually duped into buying all these extras.
They were just duped to begin with. Like, you know, if you're expecting a luxury villa and get there and there's like FEMA relief tents, disaster relief tents there with a fucking mattress in it.
I mean, it was laughable in some respects.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people were.
And the gourmet, where's the gourmet
by
sushi? And then they get fed like a cheese sandwich.
But the
like,
thing is,
what
we
was
can
this
laugh
guy
about it.
thinking?
But so many people had their lives ruined by this. I mean, particularly the moment that stands out for me is the woman who was a caterer.
Yeah.
And this poor woman spent so much money to pay for her staff to produce this food that she actually lost so much money. And I think there was a campaign to actually raise lots of money for her, so hopefully, fingers crossed, this woman got her money reimbursed, because she never got that money returned to her.
There's quite a few GoFundMe pages, I think, for everyone involved in this festival.
Yeah, hideous. So a lot of people did suffer, not just the people that bought into the tickets.
Well, you and I would not be caught dead at something like that. Like,
not my scene.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
it's
bag.
Definitely not a boys on film sort of festival.
It's not us.
As someone who has actually organized a festival on the beach,
I know you have,
and I know how hard it is, and I know how much money I personally lost from when I did a festival on the beach. It's hard work, and you know, what this guy was like selling was just like the impossible.
Can I just say that Raj's event on the beach, which I DJ at in Sydney, is a totally different ball game to what you see on the Fyre documentary. I mean, for a start, that was an event that came together and people were there.
At least the musicians showed up.
Exactly. And
there was actually music. So, I mean, when I watched this thing, I was just like, oh my God. And I was like, what if my festival would have ended up like that? And I know I worked so hard on that, Phil. I worked so hard, and I lost 15 grand of my own money, you know, just to put together this nice experience. And I just can't imagine how this guy thought he could pull this off.
Oh, I know. And
because obviously he did it
with it, wasn't he? Because you see him puffing away on cigars and glugging back the champagne,
jet skiing. I don't think it's wrong to actually have an idea about a nice festival on the beach, and but
it's good to be ambitious.
It's I can appreciate taking that sort of risk, but know what you're getting yourself into. This guy was a complete con man throughout his whole life.
Yeah, like a liar.
He would basically he promised tickets to the Met Gallery, and and promised tickets to like Beyonce and Hamilton, that through previous businesses, that he was just like buying the tickets off of StubHub, giving them out, incurring a huge debt, and then promising something again totally unrealistic.
Yeah.
Buying as many tickets as he can, paying them off. He was just constantly like shifting people's money around all the time, and then he does this festival, and he dug himself so much a big hole that it was just, you got what you deserved. Because
what was the big shocker for me though, along with all of that, was the fact that he'd been doing it for so long and didn't get caught.
Yeah.
Because obviously he's been done for fraud now, and he's in prison, and
6 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's actually paying for that now, but I don't understand how. And I'm guessing is he like early 30s? I don't actually know how old he is, but he's been doing it a long time, so why hasn't he been stung before?
Well, I think this is the first time that it actually like stung lots of people. Like, right. He had probably just been floating above water, with lots of money going in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out all the time with his credit card business, and
8 lawsuits, wasn't it?
And his investors, but all of his ideas were just grandiose, and they weren't really what he was pitching. And he did this festival and took it about 10 steps too far with the festival, and it crashed and burned.
Yeah, I mean, what a dream world he was in. I mean, to be so far removed from reality is incredible. How
he's obviously charming enough to make a few phone calls and have $1 million.
Well, that was just it, wasn't it? Because the people that were interviewed,
they just kept giving him money too.
They were all saying that he was a charmer because he was a good-looking guy. I guess. I mean, not my type, but he was a good-looking guy for a lot of people. Yeah. And he dressed well. He had that.
He had a penthouse. And
I think that was the thing, because people were fooled by that. People were fooled into thinking he'd made his life and done well through his being ambitious, but actually, God.
Afterwards, when he's been convicted and then out on parole, and then he's out on parole and he's using the Fyre Festival email list to again do fraudster proposals for exclusive access to events, and people are just like, this guy's still trying to dupe me for money after I paid $100,000 for a ticket. Like the Hulu documentary, you kind of need to see that one as well, Phil.
I'd like to see that.
They actually interview him. He was paid to be a part of the movie.
Oh wow! And
they ask him these hard questions, and it's just like, there's nothing there.
Blank expression.
There's nothing there. He just I failed. What else do you want?
I mean, he's behaving like a sociopath, isn't he? It's just so far removed from it.
It's like a sociopath with money, though.
And narcissism as well.
He's just like, I've got money, I'm white, I'm powerful, I can do anything I want.
Do you know another shocking thing about this documentary was the fact that, when it all kicked off and these people that bought tickets realised that they weren't having the festival of their dreams, and they got to their accommodation, or to their tents, and these tents were the mattresses were soggy because there was a big downpour, wasn't there, the night before. Even Mother Nature was turning her back on this festival. But there was one guy who was interviewed who was saying, I walked into the tent and there was a soggy mattress. I just wanted to go and piss on everybody else's mattresses, and people were stealing each other's mattresses, the dry mattresses as well, so they could have.
Lord of the Flies.
It was like dog eat dog, wasn't it?
I feel zero remorse for the people who bought tickets to this thing, because you're stupid.
Yeah.
Who would ever pay that amount of money to see fucking Blink 182? I love disclosure. I love me some disclosure, but would I pay over $100,000 to see him perform on the beach in the Bahamas? No. It was very B-list.
If you were paying that money, you would expect Beyonce to be there. Or Madonna.
Not Blink 182. So, all of you who bought a ticket to this thing and thinking you're going to hang out with models and little piggies on the beach, you're stupid.
I thought it was a fantastic documentary, well edited and really, really compelling. And I was so shocked by watching this because I didn't know the half of it. It's 5 stars for me. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah. It's a 5 for me too. I mean, it's a bit of controversy that I just loved getting caught up in. Yeah. And it was just, everyone's talking about it, so you kind of have to know what was going on. But
I love a good documentary. Are you watching the Ted Bundy conversation.
Is it on Netflix now? Yeah, probably will, because the Zac Efron trailer dropped about the new Ted Bundy film, so I'll probably revisit that. Yeah. So,
have you watched Fyre? If you have, let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are, and don't forget to give us the thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe, and we'll be back soon. See ya.